I'm Graham.
I'm Phil.
Today we're doing Avery, the Kaiser, which is their Oktoberfest. Avery is one of the breweries that we visited on our Colorado beer trip, and this is their Oktoberfest. So we figured this is one of our first in October, so we're gonna do this. So yeah. Avery is a Imperial Oktoberfest lager with an ABV of 9.3, and I know you guys can't smell it, but it is intense.
It's pungent.
Yeah,
That's
really,
cool.
really
no
pungent.
show. To put it like the Germans.
Sounds like Germans. Woo! Yeah. That's an interesting Oktoberfest.
Wow.
It tastes a lot like a double bock.
Right. Which I'm not too surprised about.
It kind of throws a little bit of almost, I mean, I know it's not, but like a bourbon barrel aged.
Yeah.
Or oak
Very much
aged.
so.
Oak aged, not bourbon barrel. Oak aged Oktoberfest, actually.
Yeah. No, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's very sweet on the back end. Which so with the alcohol content being so high, I didn't expect it to be sweet.
Yeah.
The Doppelbock comparison, I think, is very, very good.
I do like, I sense the bourbon barrel where you get that from, though. That it's kind of a mixture of like the breadiness of the double bock and then the kind of alcoholish taste of the.
Yeah.
And there's almost like little hints of vanilla. You almost get like
that's
a little
that
vanilla
sweetness,
smoothness or
I think,
something.
that's in there.
But I think it's not actually vanilla. I think it's like what you're talking about, the breadiness and then the alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo,
well, it's similar to, like, you remember we did the Trogs Doppelbock.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Troganator.
Yeah, the Troganator. This is, I think, is a little sweeter.
Okay, I see that.
But along the same lines, which is odd because it's sweeter than the Doppelbock. But I mean, that's kind of what I think we're going.
Although, I mean, to be honest, this is not a regular Oktoberfest, but it's the Imperial Oktoberfest.
Right, which kind of throws everything out the window.
I have to say I like it. It's definitely a good beer, almost for a night like this, where it's like a cold October night, rainy, blustery. You know, it'll warm you up. But I mean, it would take a little bit of work for me to finish even this pint right here. You know,
no, definitely.
Definitely.
I think it's a one and run. You know, like I could do one and then I'd probably move on and do something else.
Yeah. You would run away from it?
I would.
Like
clicking
like
my
it was.
heels.
I mean, slowly and kind of staggered.
My little
run.
shoes that I ran away.
Like out of the bar or to the other end of the bar?
One of them. I mean, depending how it looked at me.
Far away from the tap as possible.
Mm.
Okay, so we're almost done with our beers, so we're going to go ahead and rate it.
After an hour.
I'm going to give this a 7.5. My normal rating. I think this is a great beer. I think it's a great addition to the big
give
beer.
It a Brad.
So I'm going to give it a Brad. Basically, I struggle with big beers because there's too much going on. I like a solid flavor that's going to last. I'm not terribly into complex beers, and I feel that this is a complex beer. So I'm going to give it a 7.5. I think it's a great beer, but it's too complex for me to give it an 8 or a 9, or the illustrious 10, which I've never given before. I'm going to rate this one a 7.32, just because of all the same reasons that Brad said, and I'm done! No, really though, because I appreciate a really big beer. I like to try to look for the flavors, or see what they did with it. Did they age it? Did they add more of this? Add more of that? I like the creativity part of it. But when it comes down to the things in beer that matter to me, drinkability turns out to be one of the bigger ones. I like to be able to enjoy a beer twice.
I
agree.
I agree with you, and that's why I'm going to rate this a 6, because I can't drink a second one of this, or I don't want to. I could, but then I'd probably have to go home. But it's good for one. It's good as an experience. To get the flavors. I do agree it is a fairly complex beer, but it just doesn't do it for me. It's a little too on the alcoholic side. It's a little too on that sweet. The balance between like the alcohol sting that you get a little bit on your tongue and then being so sweet. And every time I burp, it's really weird. Not a fan. So 6 for me.
Hey, all right.
Here's the dictators. Hey, quitter.